Finally, Malika Joyner has come forward. She gave her interview on the Star Report yesterday morning, and I gotta say, it was very compelling. And I believe that her coming forward is going to shake things up in terms of Charlamagne's career, and it's going to be very, very profound. Let's get right into it, shall we? Good morning, everybody. This is your girl, Miss Ann Little Cole, coming to you straight out of NYC on this very dreary looking Saturday morning. It is raining and it's even thundering. Like I say, when it's thundering and lightning, that means the devil is whipping his wife. That's what I was taught, even though it's an expression. But I find it very interesting that I'm making that statement while I'm giving you this news about Malika Joyner, who is the friend of Jessica Reid, who was a witness, and I would say also a victim of Charlamagne the God and his friends that night when Jessica Reid was raped. Okay? Now, I'm going to go give a play-by-play of what occurred because it is really profound what Malika Joyner said. And this woman is very eager to speak. And I felt that she's been wanting to speak for a very long time. And when she spoke to Star yesterday, it was very much like, finally, I got the chance to give my truth. And finally, my story is being heard. My point of view of what happened is being heard. So let's get right into it. So, Malika Joyner but she was the childhood. She was like a friend of Jessica Reid when they were kids. And she was also very close to Jessica Reid's family because she dated Jessica Reid's brother. Now, the reason how Malika Joyner got to the party was because, as you all know, Jessica Reid was invited to the party by Charlamagne. And at first, Jessica Reid had always said, I didn't really want to go, but finally he convinced me to go. So Malika's point of view is that Jessica Reid has said, hey, Malika, I've been invited to this party and I want to know if you want to come along. And Malika Joyner says, sure, why not? Now, Malika Joyner has said up to that point, she never knew who Charlamagne was, never heard of him, never even met the guy. He was not in her collective consciousness because she did not know him. She gets to the party and they're offered drinks. So Malika, she gets a drink and all of a sudden she's pretty much feeling woozy, sort of like she's drugged. But she's also becoming nauseous and she's throwing up. While she's feeling, a little bit incoherent, Charlamagne the God comes on to her and he tries to unbutton her top. However, she pushes him off. He kind of basically moves on from her because if you look at Malika Joyner is a really big kind of muscular girl. She's not a, she's not like a big husky girl, but she's a girl that can defend herself. She can defend herself from a dude. She's tough. You can tell, basically, even in the way she's speaking. So Charlamagne is pretty short, and Malika seems like she's a little bit taller, a little bit shorter than him. So he got the step in. He was like, I'm not gonna mess with her. That's according to Malika Joyner. So Charlamagne went on to go after Malika Joyner, which is, I believe, was his main target, according to both of their statements. So Malika Joyner saw Charlamagne and the two cousins drag her upstairs, and Malika Joyner has said, the whole time, even though she was a little bit incoherent from being drugged by the drink and throwing up, she realized, I think I need to go get my friend. Meanwhile, while she's thinking about it, she's hearing Jessica screaming. And she's walking up the stairs, but she's walking up the stairs slowly because she's drugged, but she's able to get to her friend. When she gets there, she sees Charlamagne the God with his pants completely off having sex with Jessica Reid. And Jessica Reid is naked. And Jessica Reid has said that. But she also sees two guys. Now, those two guys in Jessica Reid's statement was Charlamagne's cousin and Charlamagne's friend. So they was all trying to take turns to get at her. Now, Malika Joyner has said, I'm not going to name their names. And that was a smart move. And I'm going to tell you why. Had she named those names, because they're not famous, it would have opened her to be held for slander. Okay? And it would have opened the floodgates for a defamation lawsuit. Whereas with Charlamagne, he's more high profile. So when you're in the public eye, it's harder to file a lawsuit against somebody who's not public, whereas a person who's a private citizen can file a lawsuit with another private citizen against another private citizen. So it's sort of like, it's a term that they use for it. So it's like you got to protect the privacy, because those individuals supposedly, well, I think the friend was never charged, but the cousin was charged. But you know, Charlamagne, he's a liar too, so you never know. So that's what it was. But I don't think nobody was really charging this shit. I think Charlamagne lied. But anyway, with that being said, the first thing that Star asked her was, would you be willing to, if you were subpoenaed, would you be willing to attest? And she said yes. He said, let me finish. I got to finish my question. He said, if you were subpoenaed and you had to make the statement on the oath, would you tell, is this what you would say? And she said, absolutely. This is what happened. So afterwards, Malika tries to get help to get those guys, including Charlamagne, off of Jessica Reid, because she's not in the best shape because she's a little wobbly. So she goes downstairs and she calls the cops, and EMS. She gets EMS. They come. And also her brother. Now, her brother at the time was dating Malika Joyner. And they called EMS, and basically what occurred is that the EMS workers came and they got Jessica Reid, and from what I'm gathering, they got her to the hospital to check on her and stuff. Now, this is where I believe certain things were kind of left out. If EMS came, Charlamagne either dispersed or ran off along with his cousins and friends, or they could have took them all down to the police station. That was the only thing that probably wasn't stated clearly enough, but they did everything the right way. Malika Joyner and Jessica Reid's brother, they did everything the right way. They came down there. They cooperated with authorities. They wasn't lying. It was her mom, Jessica Reid's mom, that didn't go through with this. Now, Malika Joyner, she wasn't raped. Malika Joyner was sexually assaulted. She was pretty much, she was sexually assaulted. You could also say molested. But she was able to get Charlamagne off of her. That's the difference. This girl, Jessica Reid, wasn't. And that's because she was drugged, but they was able to get her, because I believe that she took more than one sip of the drink. I don't think Malika took a lot of drink. I believe that she just took enough and probably was like, ooh, I'm woozy. Let me, stop this from happening. I'm kind of woozy. Let me not take any more. But I believe Jessica Reid was probably drinking it, and maybe she had a weaker intolerance for what was spiked in the drink. Now, Charlamagne asks Malika Joyner, did this have a profound effect on you? She said, sure, it did. It had a profound effect on everybody. She was like, after this happened, I moved out. I left the state. And Malika and Jessica Reid, she left the state also. Plus, me and her brother, who at the time they was dating, we stopped communicating. We was affected by this. She said, I never heard from Charlamagne again, because we moved. And I moved on with my life. Jessica Reid, she moved on with hers. We never saw each other after that. But the thing that bothered Malika Joyner was that this man basically blew up, became famous, and was still talking about it. He was still talking about this shit. Instead of just, leaving it alone and saying, I got away. Let me just, make myself a better person. He started talking about it and making a joke from it. And that has always bothered Malika Joyner. And I'm going to say this. Malika Joyner, you are very, 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 very convincing. You went straight to the gut. And even though Malika Joyner is not only a mom now, she's 4 months pregnant, she's married, Malika Joyner really was able to have a career. From what I'm gathering, she works in the criminal justice setting. She's like more like a counselor. She's like a family service coordinator. I believe she lives in Baltimore. She's been able to basically have a function in life. I don't think Jessica Reid has been able to do that. I don't think so. I really don't. And I think what happened was Malika was strong. She was tough. She was able to fight off the whoever it was, Charlemagne, the God. She was able to fight them off from her. Jessica Reid wasn't. And then I think Malika Joyner came from a background where they was tough. Like, I think she has an alpha female type of personality. So I just think that it's very interesting how one turned out a little bit different from the other. I look at Malika Joyner, she looks more like a woman. Jessica Reid looks like a kid. I believe this stunted her growth and her maturity, the situation. But I'm going to wrap it up and say one thing, and that is, for those of you who doubted this story and thought that Jessica Reid wasn't telling the truth or coming for money, Jessica Reid cannot sue. The statute of limitations after the age of 21 is 6 years. So once you turn the age of 27, if you haven't filed a lawsuit, you can't file another one. So she can't sue at all. And the DNA was collected from Charlemagne, but they never tested it because her mother, Jessica Reid's mother, never came forward. So that I want to be established. I believe Malika Joyner's statement is going to change the outcome of the situation. And I'm going to say this on record. I believe before this year is out, Charlemagne's not going to be on the Breakfast Club. I believe it. He's not going to be on the Breakfast Club because it's getting hot and this is growing steam. And with that being said, this is your girl, Miss Analytical, signing off. Make sure to share this audio. Make sure to comment. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button for the notifications. Also, subscribe to my channel, Miss Analytical, and follow me on Spreaker.com, title name Miss Analytical. Hope you guys enjoy your day. And to all of us that's in the NYC area, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get to work today in this freaking, I can't stand thunder for the life of me. And it is so dreary. It's not even funny. But I'm going to try. I'm really going to try to do it because I got to be there by 10. So with that being said, I'm signing off, Miss Analytical, and to everybody out there, take care.